I'm Ava, and I'm a Donahue twin. Welcome back to Ava's Corner. We're doing another review, and this is my first top 20 list. I've never listed anything before, and it was really hard. But today, we are listing my top 20 Doctor Who episodes. I gotta say, before we start, disclaimer, as River Song would say it, spoilers. So please, if you have not seen anything past season 7 of Doctor Who, click off this right now. You're gonna get massive spoilers. We're gonna dive in, starting with number 20 and going to number 1, and we're gonna list some honorable mentions. I'm not gonna explain why they're on the honorable mentions. I'm just gonna name them, and then we're gonna move on to number 1. Starting at 20, season 1, episode 6, Dalek. I love the Daleks. They're so scary at times, but they're also kind of funny and kind of annoying. But I gotta say, I love the Daleks in this, especially this episode. It's great. But I had to put it at number 20 because there's other ones too. But I gotta say, Christopher Eccleston in this episode is so great.
The Daleks have failed. Why don't you finish the job and make the Daleks extinct? Rid the universe of your filth. Why don't you just die?
You would make a good Dalek.
Number 19, the 2005 Christmas special, The Christmas Invasion. David Tennant's first special and outing as the 10th incarnation of the Doctor. This is what made me fall in love with his incarnation. He's so brilliant and so, oh man, just amazing. David Tennant was meant to play the Doctor, and this certainly shows it. It's brilliant.
Am I ginger?
No, you just sort of brown.
Yeah, I wanted to be ginger. I've never been ginger. And you, Rose Tyler, fell how good you were. You gave up on me. Oh, that's rude. So that's what man I am now. Am I rude? Rude and not ginger.
Number 18, season 1, episodes 12 and 13, Bad Wolf / The Parting of the Ways. I love the mystery surrounding Bad Wolf throughout season 1, and so when it finally comes ahead in the last 2 parts of the series, it is amazing, and I think it was great. And then in the closing moments of Parting of the Ways, we're treated to Christopher Eccleston's departure as the 9th incarnation of the Doctor. I gotta say, 9 and Rose were so great. I loved them together, and so this goodbye that 9 has with Rose is just so heartbreaking.
Before I go, I just want to tell you were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you know what? So was I.
Number 17, season 1, episodes 9 and 10, The Empty Child / The Doctor Dances. This is Stephen Moffat's first 2-parter in Doctor Who. There's just something off-putting about a gas-masked child saying, "Are you my mummy?"
Are you my mummy?
And then in the Doctor Dances, I just love the conclusion to the episode. Just the speech that the Doctor gives to Rose, and oh man, it's just so good.
Everybody lives, Rose. Just this once. Everybody lives!
Number 16, season 5, episode 1, The 11th Hour. This is Matt Smith's first official episode as the Doctor. The 11th Doctor is such a great Doctor, and it's one of my favorites. Matt Smith delivers an incredible performance, and I love the introduction to his Doctor. And I also love the introduction to Amy Pond and Rory Williams. Great companions.
Hello. I'm the Doctor. Basically, run.
Number 15, season 6, episode 7, A Good Man Goes to War. After 2 seasons of the mystery surrounding River Song, fans are treated to River Song's true identity. I love River. I know many people don't like her, but I do. So back off, I like her. She's cute and she's flirty, and that's what I like about her.
It's me. I'm Melody. I'm your daughter.
Number 14. Season 2, Episode 4, The Girl in the Fireplace. I must say, I think this episode is a little overrated. But I'm not saying it's not good. I do think that Madame de Pompadour should have been a companion for at least a few episodes and then maybe was written off. I also love the clockwork robots that Stephen Moffat created. They're just so creepy and just like, I can't explain how creepy they are, they just are.
Renard, don't look round.
You stay exactly where you are.
Number 13, the 2006 Christmas special, The Runaway Bride. We are introduced to Donna Noble, my favorite companion. In this, she's just introduced as a one-off companion. But then she comes back, which I was super excited to see her come back. But in this, she was very different. And I'm very glad that they developed her character in a good way after this. But I do have a soft spot for this episode. Even though it is cheesy at times, I do still love this episode.
I'm not jumping on a motorway! Whatever that thing is, it needs you. And whatever it needs you for, it's not good! Now come on! I'm in my waking breath! Yes, you look lovely! Come on!
Number 12. Many of you are going to be so mad at me, but Season 7, Episode 5, The Angels Take Manhattan. Now, I'm sorry, I do have some problems with this episode. I'm not saying that it wasn't sad, because it was very, very depressing to see Amy and Rory get blinked back in time. The problem I have with this episode is, why didn't the doctor go back in time to save Amy and Rory? And also, the Statue of Liberty is a weeping angel in this. It's like, really, come on.
Broken man! Goodbye!
Number 11, Season 4, Episode 1, Partners in Crime. Donna Noble's back, and this time she's back as the 10th Doctor's companion. The chemistry that David Tennant and Catherine Tate have on screen and off screen, it's extremely amazing and fantastic, especially the window miming scene midway through. It's so good. We're on the top 10 now. So number 10, we've got Season 5, Episode 10, Vincent and the Doctor. The main reason I have this on number 10 is because the actor, I'm blanking on his name, but the actor who plays Vincent van Gogh, his performance is so tragic and heartbreaking. It brought me to tears a little bit, especially at the end. And then the doctor's speech that he gives Amy at the end, I think it's very important.
The way I see it, every life is a pile of good things and bad things. Hey, the good things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa. The bad things don't necessarily spoil the good things or make them unimportant.
Number 9. The 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor. For classic Who fans, this was a big deal. Tennant was coming back after he finished his tenure, and also John Hurt is introduced as the War Doctor. And we also get a glimpse of Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor, and that was very exciting. I am not a classic Who fan, but I do appreciate the fandom, especially the classic fandom. Number 8, Season 4, episodes 12 and 13, The Stolen Earth and Journey's End. This was crazy. This crossover of Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures lives infamously as one of the best two-parter finales of all of Who. I do think that Rose and the Doctor's story ends very unfortunately because she goes off with a partial human version of the Doctor. And we don't get the Doctor and Rose together, which I knew would never happen. But to see the Doctor look at them as they go off into the sunset is just very heartbreaking. And then there's Donna's goodbye, which is, in my opinion, the saddest companion departure. The fact that she forgets who the Doctor is compared to the other companions because they remember their adventures with the Time Lord. Whereas Donna, the Doctor takes away the laughs, the smiles, the insults, the sass that they shared together. And I think that is why it is the most heartbreaking companion departure of all of Who.
Goodbye. No, please, no.
Number 7, Season 2, Episodes 8 and 9, The Impossible Planet / The Satan Pit. I gotta say, this was very shocking. I didn't think Who would ever go to this kind of level of dark storylines. The Devil and the Doctor. Man. It works, but as a Christian, I do criticize it a little bit. But other than that, I think it's a great two-parter. David Tennant and the whole supporting cast is brilliant in this.
If you talk to Rose, just tell her. Tell her. Oh, she knows.
Number 6. Season 2, episodes 12 and 13. You knew this was coming. Army of Ghosts / Doomsday. I gotta say, this is a really sad two-parter. First off, in the Army of Ghosts, we get introduced to Tennant's catchphrase as the 10th Doctor. I love it, it's great. In the beginning of Doomsday, we finally get the Cybermen and the Daleks together. Classic Whovians, I think, cheered when they finally got in the same room together. I certainly loved it. The sass that they both gave towards one another, and then we get to the climax of Doomsday. The Doctor and Rose separating is truly heartbreaking. They were hinting at it through all of season 2, and then it finally happened, and then Whovians were left heartbroken.
Rose Tyler.
Okay, we are now on the top 5 episodes. Number 5, Season 4, Episodes 8 and 9, Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead. Another great two-parter by Stephen Moffat. We get introduced to River Song. Not only is it her introduction, it is also her conclusion. Once you watch this for the first time, you're like, what's going on? This doesn't make any sense. And then once you've watched Matt Smith's era as the Doctor, and then go back and watch this two-parter, oh man, it just hurts. And also, the Vashta Narava, it's either Vashta Narada or Vashta Narava. I can't remember. I'm blanking on it. Sorry if I get it wrong. The Doctor specifically says it can be any shadow. Not all, but any shadow. That is scary. We don't know what shadow is, full of piranha-like creatures, or if it's just a regular shadow. That's crazy. And I gotta say, the music is so well done.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not over for you. You'll see me again. You've got all of that to come. You and me, time and space. You watch us run.
Number 4 goes to Season 3, Episodes 8 and 9, Human Nature / The Family of Blood. The Doctor hiding himself from the Family of Blood as John Smith is absolutely suspenseful. And it's totally different. It's totally different from any other episode that we've gotten all throughout the modern era so far. But then we find out that he did it out of kindness to spare the Family of Blood from having to be punished. Oh man, it was shocking that even the doctor went this dark. It was pretty shocking. I gotta talk about the Family of Blood. The acting, especially in Brother Mine, absolutely terrifying. Something about Brother Mine's performance, just this blank stare, and also this speech of not hesitating. He doesn't pause throughout his lines. He just says it without hesitating.
He never raised his voice. That was the worst thing. The fury of the Time Lord. And then we discovered why. Why this doctor, who had fought with gods and demons, why he'd run away from us and hidden. He was being kind.
Okay, now we're in the top 3. Number 3, the 2009 special, The Waters of Mars. The Doctor gets pushed to the limit and he becomes this narcissist. He knows that this crew is going to die on Mars. It's historically fixed. And yet, he knows he's gonna die if he hears 4 knocks. And once he hears about 3, he's like, if I hear 4th knock, I'm gonna lose it. And so, before he dies, he's gonna go off with a bang. And so he realizes, I'm a Time Lord. Why have I been following these rules when I could just be a god, basically? Which is like, Doctor, what are you doing? And then Captain Adelaide Brooks shows him that he is wrong. And then the Doctor's eyes are open and he realizes, I've gone too far.
For a long time now, I thought I was just a survivor, but I'm not. I'm the winner. That's who I am. The Time Lord victorious.
Number 2, Season 3, Episode 10, Blink. This is absolutely a masterpiece. This is considered by many, including IMDb and I think Rotten Tomatoes, to be the best Modern Who episode of all time. And I agree with them, it's just not my number 1. We'll get to that. The Weeping Angels are just this amazing concept that Stephen Moffat created. And oh man, I'm just glad that he did it before somebody else did, because it worked. The fact that a statue could move if you blinked or turned your back. Even the Doctor says it.
Don't turn your back, don't look away, and don't blink.
It's just so crazy. And I gotta appreciate Carey Mulligan's performance as Sally Sparrow in this. I agree, she should have been a companion to the 10th Doctor. She would have made a perfect companion, and a very smart companion at that. She was very, very smart. I also love the Easter eggs with the Doctor and Martha Jones, telling her about the Weeping Angels and how to escape the Weeping Angels and how to get his TARDIS back to him because he's stuck in 1969. The fact that he knows exactly what she's gonna say is just so...
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yes, exactly. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. It's brilliant. It's so good.
You're not looking at the statue.
Neither are you.
Okay, now we're on the honorable mentions. I'm just gonna list them and then move on to number 1. Turn Left, Mummy on the Orient Express, Boomtown, Time of the Doctor, End of Time, Part 1 and 2, Day of the Moon, The Pandorica Open / The Big Bang, The Unicorn and the Wasp, and New Earth. Now, let's get to why you're here. My number 1 episode is Season 4, Episode 10, Midnight. Ooh, Russell T Davies is so great. I didn't think he'd ever write an episode like this. I didn't think there could have been an episode like this. The Doctor is companionless, and he's with all these strangers on this plane. They become trapped, and this entity is in the plane with them, and they don't know what it is. The Doctor doesn't know what this is. He's powerless against it. And he tries to reassure the passengers that everything is going to be okay, we're going to figure this out. He's trying to do his best to explain his way out of the situation, but it just makes it worse. And that's not what the Doctor's used to. At least this incarnation, because this incarnation loves to talk. He just talks his way out of a situation. But in this case, his voice is what is his weakness. The Midnight entity knows that the Doctor's smart, and so the entity takes that voice and uses it, and the Doctor is left frozen and he can't move. You can see the fear in his eyes, and it's just so brilliant. The fact that we don't know what this thing was that came into the plane is brilliant. This entity should never be explained again. It's perfect the way it is. It's perfect.
She's taken his life! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And there you have it. My top 20 Doctor Who episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and click that subscribe button while you're at it. I'm Ava, and this is the Donahue Twins, signing off.